It's now possible to simulate the changing seasons of the year in your Minecraft survival world, and that's why in today's texture pack review we're starting off a little different. Instead of having a slow sweep over the landscape to show you the world, we actually have a time lapse of about 40 minutes to show you the natural changes that occur in this texture pack to give you the changing seasons of the year. Now, this takes about 40 minutes for this time lapse, so these changes would occur in your survival world if you play for any sustained amount of time, and these changes are all possible thanks to today's texture pack that we're reviewing in this texture pack review. The texture pack we're reviewing in today's video is 4 Seasons Realism by Honeyfrost. It's currently rated 3.9 stars out of 5 stars from 494 reviews, and it currently costs 990 mine tokens, which is the equivalent of £4.99 in my local currency. Quite an easy description. It says 4 Seasons Realism, bringing changing seasons into your Minecraft world. Do you want a texture pack with all the realism features and more? Then 4 Seasons Realism is for you. And a little bit of a backstory: apparently the season cycle when this was first released took 33 minutes to go through all seasons, which meant one season lasted about 8 minutes. A lot of feedback was given to the creators asking them to extend this time, and somewhere down in the change log it says seasons now last longer, textures such as cobblestone are more vanilla friendly, and the creepers texture is prettier. So they've updated this. I have no idea how long it takes. I'm going to try and find that out. If I do, I'll let you know in the review. So with that being said, let's get this texture pack reviewed. Okay, so we're starting in the main menus for this texture pack review, and one thing I can say from that time lapse and the info after all of that, that's kind of the changes seem to occur somewhere between 8 to 12 minutes of continued gameplay. I haven't quite been able to suss out how long exactly, but it's somewhere between 8 minutes and 12 minutes is when the seasons start to change. We don't have any changes in the menu here. The buttons still feel the same, maybe a slight change. The splash screen is exactly the same, and then in here it feels the same. I don't know, I play with a lot of texture packs, so maybe there are slight changes with like the pencils and stuff. I don't know, man. It's gotten to the point where I've actually kind of forgotten what base Minecraft menus look like at this point. But we'll load into the world. And another thing I noticed as well is that the description for this texture pack was quite terrible, to be honest. If you go to the video for the trailer, there's a lot more information as we load in. Oh wow, hello, can we load in? That skybox is epic, to say the least. Okay, let's just load in and generate the world a bit. So the description for the trailer actually says, rediscover Minecraft through each of the 4 seasons and immerse yourself like never before. It's time for a change of scenery. The cycling seasons of spring, summer, autumn and winter. Shader lighting, sun, sky, clouds and volumetric atmosphere. There is a heavy fog here. Leaves and fields wave with the wind, so we've got animations, block variations and shining ores, new 3D mob designs and fateful 1.20 realism. So there's a lot going on here, but you wouldn't know that from the descriptions. It seems to be leaning on the seasons gimmick quite a lot. So yeah, I mean, looking at it, the fog is heavy. There is a heavy amount of fog here. I actually appreciate this because I've done a few texture packs that have said they had fog and it didn't feel like there was any fog at all. So this really, in my opinion, they're doing fog right. They have done changes in the past as well, so I feel like if people made enough noise about being able to edit the fog and how heavy it is, they might change it, but I'm not 100% sure. But other than that, the world does just, yeah, the fog is causing a lot of atmosphere, really. The colors and stuff doesn't feel too heavy. There's animation in the leaves. I saw it in the time lapse. Very minimal from here. But I think that's just a sign of this. Get down there. Let's see what the passive mobs look like. And let's see what the world looks like close up. So we're jumping in straight away. And we're going to look right at the leaves here. All right, we've got quite a lot of wind, he says in quotes. There's movement going on these leaves. I did notice in the time lapse as well, I don't know if you did that, when it got to the winter time lapse part, or the winter part of the time lapse, this animation of the leaves seemed to stop, almost like the leaves were being weighed down by snow. If that was the case, I felt that was quite a good detail, but maybe it could have been render distance, I don't know. We've also got leaves turning, cool. We've got the vines moving. Okay, so we do have animation. I don't quite know if it's realistic animation. It's very forced. Like, I don't know. Like, I feel like realistic wind doesn't make the same movements every time. Like, it doesn't sway back and forth like it's, you know, vibing to a song. But there are limitations in Minecraft, so maybe that's just the case. Do we have any actual mobs around? Yes, we do over here. So we've got some cows going on here. Okay, I like the speckled parts. It's more than two-tone. There's a few tones going on in here. All right, that feels quite nice. The eyes aren't crazy. They haven't immediately made me laugh. We've got 3D noses. We've got a bit of extra horn going on there. All right, I like that cow. That cow was quite nice. We've got over here, we've got a wolf. We don't normally look at wolves. We get this wolf looked at. How you doing, buddy? Why are you hiding? Thank you very much. Okay. Quite nice. We've got a little shading, we've got a little blending going on there. Very, very nice. Do we have any chickens, sheep, or pigs? Okay, this is interesting to look at here as well. So we've got, I'm assuming this is, yeah, this is oak leaves, and then we've got birch leaves as well. Very nice little change of birch leaves with little pretty flowers growing in the leaves there as well. That's a nice effect. Okay, this is all quite nice. I haven't seen too much variation of the blocks, but maybe they'll be coming. I don't know. Just trying to have a little look at like the sand. I feel like, is this variation or is this directional? Okay, no, it is variation. Even though it feels like it's directional, they just rotate the kind of textures, faces. Interesting. We're not getting a lot of mobs for the passive mob section. That's really weird. Every mob that's spawning in is a cow. That's really annoying. Ah, over here we go. We've got some chickens. Alright, so they're back to the white chickens here. Bit of shading going on the back. Really weird mohawk as well. Nothing too crazy to be writing home about there, to be honest with you. But the shading effects on all of the mobs so far is very, very nice. We've got a black sheep here as well. Again, that shading detail, very nice. Still nothing too crazy, not too far away from a base sheep there, in all honesty. That's a bit of a shame. I do like quite drastic changes, but hey, this is just taking what makes Minecraft Minecraft and turning it up to 11 maybe. Is there a pig about? So after no less than 15 years and 3 emotional outbursts, we finally have a pig. I love the ears of this pig, but in a funny way, not in like a realistic kind of way. Yeah, okay, so they've gone for just adding kind of detail and shading and like brush strokes to the textures to bring in realism. No other changes. Like, this could have done with a two-tone nature as well. I mean, pigs are very rarely one tone, but hey, it's not too bad. It's not the end of the world. Doesn't change too much in terms of the mobs themselves so far, at least not the passive mobs, but the world around with the animation, the colors, the design, the art styles definitely is changing the world quite a bit. And then the fog when you're down in the world isn't too crazy, but just looking up past me, it does definitely remain. You can definitely see it. So quite a mixed bag at the moment. Let's find a village and let's see what villagers look like. Okay, so we're approaching a village inside this spruce kind of forest biome right here. And to be honest with you, I mean, oh, the trapdoors do look nice. What's this block? Spruce planks. I was going to say it doesn't change too much, but really spruce planks definitely look reinforced. It kind of works, in my opinion. I think this is really nice as a build. Cobblestone as well, kind of nice too. Almost a little bit low effort, but it works really. They haven't gone for too much detail, which is kind of a change on realism packs. Realism packs is definitely usually heavy on detail, but I don't see it too much. What's this? I just want to see what this is. It is a vine. I thought it was a lily of the valley, in all honesty. Oh, we've got an iron golem over here before we've even seen a villager. All right, so they've accentuated the kind of divots and bends and turns and shadows. They've put in the shading going on there. It's definitely kept the Minecraft base shape, though. They're not reinventing the wheel here at all. Got the vines growing on him as well. It's a nice color palette too. It's very weathered, I think is a good term for it. Interesting. I really like the way this build works with the spruce, to be honest with you. This is very, very nice. The reinforced planks, the kind of spruce logs, the steps, very consistent texture throughout. We've got a wandering trader over here too. Oh, he's interesting. Hang on a second. All right, there seems to be a little bit of a change there from a normal one. Very prominent eyes. Do we not have any other villagers though? Look, we traveled for hours looking for pigs. They're all here, that's why. No other villagers. This is a very weird village. Maybe they're inside. Let's have a little look inside. No, just a bed. Oh, we've had a change right there. Oh, there's one. Okay, they were just waiting for autumn. They were just waiting for the fall. There we go. Okay, so it's a realism texture pack that hasn't gone for photorealism faces. It really is just adding a realistic like tilt to Minecraft textures. That's interesting. But yeah, like it just kind of it doesn't go for photorealism. It just adds that realistic tilt to the world. And then also I wanted to say as well, the changing of the seasons, it's almost like the blocks are a GIF instead of a JPEG. For instance, I know it's probably more technical than that. But yeah, so there seems to be like a 35-minute, 40-minute, maybe longer duration on how this goes, and everything changed at the same time. It really works in how it changes. That's very, very good. It's a nice gimmick to have, to be honest with you. I kind of do like this, in all honesty. Like the realism, I was worried when I saw realism. I have to be honest. When I saw realism, I was like, oh no, nobody does realism correct. Realism just doesn't work with Minecraft. But this has just added a realistic overlay to Minecraft, not changed everything to be real world specific. I can work with that, in all honesty. Let's turn it to nighttime and let's see what the hostile mobs look like. So the sun is setting across the landscape and we have the moon up there as well. The sky is very, very nice. The sky really is nice, but I'm wondering, these clouds must be very static. I'm guessing that it doesn't feel like the world's changing too much, but yeah. We've got the mobs here now. So what are you? Are you a zombie villager? Yeah, you're zombie villagers. All right. Okay, we're still using the villager workbenches as well. That's cool. Look like they've got the same villager working outfits. That is cool. What's going on here? Have we turned to snow? Podzol seems to be a bit snowy. That's cool. All right. Interesting. It was also started to rain now, so there goes my frame rate. We've got a spider here. Oh, that's a nice color. I do like that color. That is cool. You don't see that often, in all honesty. Do we have any creepers? Now, they said they changed the creeper in the change log. I don't remember what the creeper looked like. They said they made... Well, not that I don't remember. I never saw it. They said they made the creeper prettier. Makes me wonder how ugly this guy was to begin with, because... Okay, definitely 3D there. Look at that. It's like part of his body is tearing away. I'm trying to get in front of him so we can have a little look. Yeah, okay, that's cool. All right, nothing too massive, nothing too crazy. Skeleton over here. They've kept the block head going. They haven't tried to change that. Yeah, they've just kind of... This is definitely Minecraft Plus, really. Adding in the animations and the realism on top of it. They haven't reinvented the wheel at all. Nothing is jumping out like it's too crazy. Do we have... The spider color, though, is very, very good. Like, finding positives. Do we just have a standard zombie? I know we saw a zombie villager. Do we have a standard zombie at all? Okay, somewhere down here we've got a zombie. Ah, I thought he is standing weird. He's standing at a bit of a slant. He's definitely had an injury. Look at that. That's bad posture right there. You're going to do your lower back in, mate. Okay, and a bit of an exposed skull. Okay, this is the kind of change I can live with. He's trying to get out of the rain. That is cool, man. I love when they incorporate stuff like that. That is so cool. His friends obviously got hungry and tried to get to his brains. No wonder why you're walking with a limp. All right, cool. That is cool. Yeah, the subtle changes are nice. There's definitely room for changes and improvements. I like to see a bit more of a change to some of these mobs, but that's just me, to be honest with you. Let's head out into the ocean and let's find ourselves a ocean monument. Okay, so we are at an ocean monument now, and I guess this is the fog working underwater, maybe? You can't really see it above ground, so let's get under here. Am I gonna have to drink the night vision potion? No, I'm not. We're gonna be able to see it. Okay, very polished, very smooth for the bricks of the prismarine bricks. Okay, that is very, very nice. Very, very nice and sleek. Unfortunately, I don't think prismarine is changing colors though. It's very grey. We'll have to keep an eye on that as we fly around here. But prismarine itself doesn't look like it changes at all. So that's dark prismarine. Okay. I really like the prismarine bricks though. These guardians. Oh my. Oh wow. I like that color though. The darkness. The dark colors going on there with the kind of maroon fawns. Very, very nice indeed. Not too much of a change for sea lanterns. Just adding in a bit of polished nature there. Where am I finding the Elder Guardian? In here, right? Somewhere in here. Hey, buddy, how you doing? They got you squished up in here, I'm afraid. Can we get around here to have a little look at you? Okay, so they're not maroon. They've gone purple. They've tried to keep a bit of the normal color palette, but just darkened up the actual base texture. That's interesting there. Okay. I like some of these changes, you know. They're not too crazy. This is probably one of the best subtle texture packs that I've ever used. We've got some drowns over here. Okay, can you guys just split? Thank you very much. Nice little outfit, but again, just understated, not too crazy. Maybe they're planning to do changes to mobs as they go. They've said new 3D models. Some of these I wouldn't quite call a new model, maybe just a new texture. But yeah, all right. Oh, that's a nice squid there as well. Okay. Still, good things and bad things to see here, to be honest with you. Let's head over to the armory. Let's see what weapons and armors look like. Okay, so we are at the armory now. And again, yeah, I'm loving that texture packs actually change paintings as well. You know, I didn't actually think that was such a prominent change in texture packs. I'm so glad that we've got them here, though, so we can actually see it. Very, very nice. Quite understated textures, but they're nice. We're here now with the leather armor. Got a bit of a tank top vibe going on here. Exposed arms. Not sure how good of an armor that would be, but it does look cool with the different colors as well. Very weird to have exposed arms though, isn't it? The weaponry. All right, so weird going on here. Weird little hilt. Not too bad. Nice shapes, nice colors. Let's see. Immediately I'm seeing the weapons do change as we're going on. Love it. Very good change there. We've got transparency in the chainmail. Bit of a thick border going around though, which is a bit of a shame, but transparency is always a win. I love being able to see through chainmail. I think that's such a good touch. And then with the weapons, good colors, good prominent shapes, very good. Another changed sword with the iron. It's very good colors as well, very nice and clean. Good design going on here, interesting, very nice. I like the iron, that's cool. Gold always feels a little bit noisy for me, but some people will probably like this. Very cool. Okay, does the weapon still change? Oh, hang on. We might have our first copy paste. No, it changes. It does change. Hang on, does it? It might not. Oh, I don't know, you know. It could be the same sword from iron to gold. Okay. Diamond. Feels like it's the same shape, but the hilt is a lot more prominent. Loving the diamond color here as well. Okay. The border's still quite thick in places, but that's cool. And then you've got the netherite sword. The colors, I like this color for netherite. I am a fan of this. This is nice. Yeah, I like that the weapons change through as you go through most of the weapon sets. And the armors, yeah, they're not too bad, to be honest with you. Diamond will always be my favorite when the color is made correct. Let me know in the comments what your favorite is, and let's head over to the gold armors and the diamond armor trims. Okay, so we're here looking at the trims, and these are ugly. These are disgusting. I'm so sorry. This is just pixel noise here. Yeah, texture pack makers, you have to pay more. Like, what is this? This is terrible. You guys have to pay more attention to armor trims. I know they're still relatively new. I know they are. But you guys have to pay, especially in the newer packs, you guys have to pay more attention. These are disgusting. I know the colors, obviously the gold color with the diamond set is going to have an effect too. But just the design itself, that's just terrible. Absolutely terrible. I don't remember a time that I've liked this section, in all honesty. But we're going to keep showing it to you. Let's head over to the Redzone and let's have a little look at what redstone looks like. Okay, so we're at the Redzone now. It's a nice redstone block. I like this. I don't know why I like it. I just really like the detail, the shading and the detail. A thicker redstone line. I know redstone users usually like this. It makes it easier to see the power and stuff. They've added their own little spruce to it. I don't recognize this exact design from a previous texture pack, so that's always a good touch. Quartz, by the way, very smooth, very clean. Should probably mention that. Comparators and repeaters, kind of minimalistic. Hoppers the same. You've got the pistons. They look all right, nothing too crazy. Same for the rails and the levers, really. The minecarts, they keep the shading going on here for all of the various different minecarts, but nothing really jumping out as being too different until you get to the dispensers and the droppers. These are some scary faces right here. The observer, okay, it's a bit base, really. They've just really darkened it. But these fill me with a bit of dread, in all honesty. It's a nice target block, kind of weathered and worn. Oh, and then the daylight sensors are the daylight sensors, really. Nothing jumping out super crazy. I like the redstone blocks. That's about it, to be honest with you. Let's head back to the world. Let's go to the Nether and let's see what that looks like. Alright, so we're going into the Nether now, and alright, quite a quick load. That's very good. We're right next to a bastion. Okay. The red is very prominent. I'm trying to drink the milk. We don't have any night vision on, so there we go. We're not going to get any mix up there. Quite vibrant colors here, to be honest with you. The blue looks nice off in the distance. The red looks nice. The fog feels a little bit less prominent in the Nether, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. The orange of the lava feels quite good to me. We've got hoglins over here. No souls. Look at those eyes. They are soulless. Oh my lord. Magma cubes. That is a magma cube, isn't it? That's a magma block. Sorry, there we go. Magma block. I knew magma cube didn't sound right in my head. Looked okay. Okie dokie. As we go into blue, does it change to... Okay, yeah, we get more of a purple hue. Go over this way into the red. Oh no, it keeps the purple. There we go. It becomes red there. Interesting. Very nice. Good ambience, you know. Oh, what is that? Cracked polished blackstone bricks. Very long block name there. Interesting. Still not seeing too much variation on blocks. Maybe it's because I've not really been looking, but it's not been the most obvious thing in the world, which is a shame. If it's there, you know, sometimes you want it to be a bit more prominent. You got these guys, the piglin brutes. Not too crazy of a change. They've just changed kind of the colors on the weapons. That's cool, I guess. I do feel like this is definitely just Minecraft Plus with season changes. I'm understanding why they've lent on the gimmick of the seasons. Maybe they're going to update more mobs and stuff. They've just added slight changes, nothing too crazy. Wow, bastion next to a bastion. I didn't even know that was possible. Okay. Do we not have any ghasts around? There we go. There's the ghast right down there. Okay, we got burnt leg. Oh, okay. The tears of the ghast look like they've stained his face. They never want to look at me for some reason. I don't know why. We've got burnt tips on his feet there as well. What's this? Oh, a little bit of a glistening going on the quartz ores there as well. Okay. Just subtle changes. Not too crazy. Nothing to really be shouting about. It's really weird that they haven't done a 3D nature for the zombie pigment. Like this same effect where you can see the skull and the head exposing the skull. This is what they've added to zombies, and it was 3D. Here it's 2D and it's flat, and it looks bad compared to the zombie. You need to come in and do some 3D on this guy, to be honest. Stay consistent. Let's find the fortress. And let's see what the rest of the mobs look like. Okay, so we've got a fortress here, kind of buried into the walls. Let's get in here and have a little look, see what we've got going on. Immediately we were met by a blaze. Again, no soul on this guy. Couldn't have done something for the eyes. It feels kind of lazy to not give them proper eyes. Those soulless eyes are a little bit scary. The bricks look nice though. They've done a really good job on the blocks, I feel. The blocks feel very, very good. And obviously in the Nether, you're not going to have that seasons effect. At least I wouldn't expect to have a seasons effect. With a skeleton, just an inverted normal skeleton, they haven't really added anything there. It's like, I suppose the best way to put it is kind of, there's untapped potential here. Like, you've got the seasons, that's good. It probably needs to be extended in how long it takes to do it, like quite drastically, but it's a good effect. The blocks look really nice. Some of the mobs though, you've really kept that vanilla plus style, which makes sense. If that's what you're going for, then I completely understand it. I would have liked to have seen a little bit more drastic changes myself, but you know, put it out there. You know, you're keeping the vanilla style, but you're just adding that polish and that kind of seasons gimmick to it, which works, and it does work. And it's not the most expensive pack in the world. In fact, let me just quickly have a look at how expensive this is. It was 990 coins. It's not the end of the world, you know. It's not over 1,000, barely. I've seen worse for much more. Let's get the wither to spawn in here. So the wither, honestly, if you told me there was no change there, I would believe you. Flying away. Yeah, it doesn't feel like there's any changes in there really, which is a shame. But yeah, I'm not negative about this at all, by the way. If this is supposed to be just a kind of Minecraft plus, vanilla plus, or vanilla X seasons, it works. I like it. The animation, it works. I like it. The only complaint that I would have at the moment, aside from my personal preference of a lot of changes, is that I would drastically expand the changing seasons. Like, not 10 minutes, 12 minutes. I'm talking Minecraft days, like maybe weeks. You know, give that real kind of, you want it to be less prominent, but we'll get into that at the end, I guess. Let's head to the end. I meant the end of the review originally. Let's head to the end. Let's see what the Ender Dragon looks like and what the end cities look like. Okay, so we're into the end now. We've got quite a plain obsidian, as we saw, end stone, bits of detail, but nothing too drastic. Let's get over the end island. We've got Enderman here. Again, it's just building on the base. Okay, it looks nice. You know, I can see what they've done. That shading detail is there. The Ender Dragon is perched. Doesn't look like there's too much of a change here. Oh, her wings are in tatters. Okay, that's a cool effect. Let's get her to come back down again. But yeah, there's the colors look kind of base, but there is definitely, look, the holes in her wings. That's a nice detail. I like that. I do like when people do that to the Ender Dragon. The kind of, I was going to say ruined wings, but definitely weathered and worn wings. I do. I like that. That's kind of cool. She's got something on her back. That's cool. Base. Yeah, just building on the base texture. All right, works for me. Let's find an end city. So as I was flying through the void, one thing I like to touch on, the void is not overbearing at all. It's not hard to look at. Some texture packs, they really ruin the void and make it terrible to be in the end. We've got an ancient city. We've got an end city here. Immediately though, purple completely changed. It's not purple anymore. It's grey. I don't like that as an artistic choice. The blocks look nice, but I don't like the artistic choice of making it grey myself. We've got enough grey in Minecraft. I don't feel like we need more, in all honesty. I like the purple of purple. It makes the name work, but the block design itself is nice. We've got very vibrant purple shulkers. Okay, very vibrant purple. We've also got very vibrant purple glass panes. Magenta, sorry, let me use the correct words. It's so weird that they've changed this to grey. I don't know, man. This isn't a thing that I like here. I have to be honest with you. The artistic choice of changing this to grey, I don't like it. If you told me this was tough, I'd be like, yeah, this looks nice. But, or even andesite. But purple, that doesn't work for me in all honesty. Let's head back to the overworld. Let's see what an ancient city and a warden look like. Okay, so we're going to shine some light on the ancient city, and okay, it's nice blocks. I'm liking the blocks. The vibrancy of the carpets look quite nice. Very polished and smooth. You can tell some real care's gone into the blocks here. The portal frame, which hopefully in a couple updates we're going to have some answers to. Wishful thinking, I guess. We've got some blue flame as well. Alright, this looks kind of nice. Skulk. This, you know what? This is a weird ancient city because Skulk doesn't feel too prominent. Over here. Okay, so it's more of like a purpley blue, maybe? I don't know. It's quite minimalistic, isn't it? No, it's more blue, less purple. More darker blue and a bit of dark grey / black in there as well. Okay. Oh, wow. That's quite ominous. That right there. The ancient city leading into a dripstone cave. That is such a nice effect for the seed. By the way, seed down in the description if you want to play in this world. But yeah, let's get the warden in here. So the way the black and the blues all kind of interconnect across the skulk blocks feels very, very nice and sleek. I just want to bring that into that. As we get the warden to come out here, I'm not expecting too much, considering the ender dragon and the wither didn't change too much. Yeah, it's not too crazy of a warden. It's just kept that same kind of midnight blue color palette, which is a very nice color palette. This artistically is a nice color choice, but nothing too crazy again for the warden in all honesty. Okay guys, so that's kind of been the texture pack review. In terms of my score, if there are people out there who care what my score is, I'm going with a low 8, right? It's not a high 8. It's definitely more of a high 7, low 8. So we'll just call it an 8 in fairness. And the reason for why is because, as I just elbowed my bookshelf next to me, the reason for why is because the season's gimmick, shall we say, it's really nice. It is nice. It's implemented well. Just extend that time frame over a much broader time. My advice to Honeyfrost would be, imagine somebody doing a 100 days world in this texture pack. If it changes every 8 minutes, that would get very, very annoying. 8 to 12 minutes, very, very annoying. But if it changed every 10 to 15 Minecraft days, it becomes more of a subtle change. Play the world and then see how that kind of looks would be my advice, really. You don't want to have this change happening too often. It would be annoying very, very quickly. Make it a subtle, longer term change. And then just kind of fix your description, really, of the texture pack would be my opinion. My eyes always close. It's so annoying. Fix your description. Your description in your YouTube video for the trailer of this texture pack is much better than your description in this texture pack. And maybe also have a little look at some of the wording you use. Like you say, do you want a texture pack with all the realism features? Now, yes, it's got animation, it's got fog. Doesn't really have realism though, does it? Like, it's not really photogenic. So it's got all of the features of realism without the realism. It's definitely more of a Minecraft plus or a vanilla plus. I would go as far as calling it vanilla X seasons or something, and just have it going into that, because it doesn't change too much of the world, but implements the seasons, implements the animations, and it does that really, really well. So I think a high 7, low 8 is fair. There's untapped potential. You've already shown that you've done updates, so I'm hoping there'll be more updates and just tweaks to the world to make it good, but there's definitely a good base here. If you've enjoyed this texture pack review, please do leave a like. I would really appreciate it. Drop your comment down below as well. I love reading your opinions. It helps me understand what I should be looking for as well. And if you haven't already, please do hit the subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you for helping the channel reach 2,400 subscribers in the last 12 hours. We're now on to 2,500 and beyond. Become a Dazzling, see how it works. Still not sure if I like the name Dazzling. Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. Peace!